I love you. Okay, so great. One of the things that we do, we love gardening, and you will do more gardening if it's easy.
Yes.
And so I love to say that this is the so easy double red rose plant. It's our QVC price of $29. And the easy pay on this, again, easy again, is $5.80. Your item number is M95023. So, Phillip, this is your favorite rose.
It's my favorite rose, and I've had roses my entire life. This was the lowest maintenance rose I had that also was beautiful and big and bodacious. You know, a lot of the low maintenance roses and low maintenance plants are also low interest.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I'm low maintenance because nobody will ever notice me. Yikes. Never get a date.
Exactly.
This one has got the deep, dark, lustrous foliage that is unblemished. I have never sprayed mine, and it never stops blooming, and that's the way it looks. The blooms are not enormous. They only have the slightest of fragrances, but they never quit blooming.
Yeah.
You don't get dieback. These are also not grafted. They're on their own. When I grew up in Mississippi, my great aunt had big spirea bushes, which were that big vase shaped. That's the way this grows. On average, 4 foot by 4 foot, but a beautiful shape. So it's not like the hybrid tea that's got those thorny things coming up and a few roses on it.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that. It looks terrible.
Okay.
This one is very nice, and what we're shipping now
That's what I was going to ask
is
you.
a
How's it
proven
shipped?
winner.
Okay.
It's a proven winner that's coming right to your door, and you think, how long is it going to be till it gets big? Well, how about it's already big?
Yeah.
We're not fooling around here, and when I came on with my brand, I wanted to have things that gave you a head start. Easier to grow, but also larger to start. That really is key. Don't buy, if you're not an accomplished gardener, don't start with some little something because you got to baby it and you don't know how to do it.
Gotcha.
And I'll give you a little clue about this. If you're ever getting any plants, always read the tags. Look it up if you need to. Don't buy it because it was just beautiful. You need to know if it's really going to work. But this is your head start right here. This is what you can have. Yours can turn into this season because it will ultimately
This
be,
season?
This season. It can be 4 feet tall and 4 feet wide. Mine has been in for 7 years. Mine is about 6 feet tall and 6 feet wide. I have never pruned it. Not ever. Not ever. I have never sprayed it. Never.
So this is something where you could buy once and buy right, and you have all this beauty
And
without
you,
the
you
drama.
just said it. Buy it once and not have to do it again. You don't want to replace something that was supposed to last a long time.
Ah, that makes
and
sense.
that's it. A lot of roses are grafted, and so you get a bad winter, they'll die down to the graft, which means what comes up from the base is not the same thing. It's a different configuration altogether. This is very hardy to minus 30 degrees.
Wow.
And if you're doing it in containers, I purposely put this in the white container because you've got the red and you've got the beautiful white. Look how that pops in this white whiskey barrel. Or if you've got a white fence, or if you've got a white stucco house like I do. I just added under the house and I made one of the big picture windows. I had them move the window so it lined up with this rose bush that was already outside. It had been there for 7 years. I thought, I'm not missing that. We got to move the window over here. Line it up.
I love that you did that.
So
That's amazing. Now I have a question.
Yes.
These are also disease resistant, right?
yes, indeed. And when I mentioned earlier that it's got the deep dark foliage and the unblemished leaves, because most roses will get black spot and have other sorts of disease, fungus problems and whatnot. Not this one. I have never sprayed mine for anything. And mind you, I've got a lot of roses and a lot of them have a lot of problems, but I do spray them. I don't have to with this one. So I'm taking out some of the others and I'm putting this in because it's the right size, it's the right color, it behaves itself, and then the other things that I need to baby, I might. And if you've got these roses planted, which mine are on an embankment, and what I did, see all that color? That's all the summer long, all the way to a frost. Even in the wintertime, here in Pennsylvania, mine are semi-evergreen. They don't drop all of their leaves. So it doesn't look like a bunch of sticks out in your yard.
Right.
Who wants to see that? Nobody wants to see that.
No, they
but
don't.
People are buying them in multiples because around a patio like that with a beautiful red chase lounge, again, it's a traditional red rose. It's not some kind of funny colored red. That's a traditional Kentucky Derby red.
Gotcha.
if
No,
you will.
I love that description. I love. So can we tell our QVC family what this ships as? So I know we're shipping as
Yes,
one
we're
pot.
shipping in a half a gallon proven winners pot.
Right here?
Yes, that's what you're getting.
Okay.
Exactly. And you can see already from the habit of the young plant that it has got great branching down here. You get hybrid tea roses, it's one stalk with a little knot on it. This is already becoming its habit. So it's going to go to town this year. You'll have a lot of blooms this year. If you want to underplant it, which is all my roses in Connecticut, I underplanted the rose garden with the golden creeping Jenny. And you
Gotcha.
see the rose beds, and they always have that brown mulch underneath them. And with dark colors, you can't see them as well. This will backlight any of your dark colors. If you've got dark colors that aren't showing up, turn the lights on with Creeping Jenny.
And that's how this works. So
Yes.
Philip, I have a question. So again, as a novice, I know I don't have to prune these. I don't have to spray
Right.
these. But if I wanted to, I could use your plant food and I could
Oh,
give
it
them
loves
extra
the plant
things.
food
Yeah.
because also anything in containers takes a little more food than something in the ground because you're always leaching the food out the holes in the bottom as you water. And so I fertilize my roses 3 times a season. And again, I'm feeding chickens. You don't
Okay.
have to mix it or get dirty fingers or anything like that. There's no excuse for not fertilizing except laziness. So I'm just telling you, if you feed your plants the way you take care of yourself, everything's going to be beautiful.
That's great advice. Over 100 orders during this show. This is the OSO Easy Double Red Rose Plant. It's new. Your item number is M95023. Give us a call, 800-500-7590. That's great advice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, here's how we started the show in case you missed it.